So now we are setting up a Jenkins agent, which is separate mission that helps Jenkins to do more work in parallel. Think of it like giving Jenkins extra hands to finish task faster. So how do we set it up? Let's break into very simple steps even if you are using or just starting with DevOps or Linux. First we connect to the Pi agent using its SSH and IP address like this. So this command upgrade the installed packages. Please enter your password. So now we install Java on it because Jenkins runs on Java and enable SSH. So Jenkins can remotely connect to it. And click yes. So once finished, we have to check Java version. Yep. Back on the Jenkins dashboard. So we do this by following steps like go to manage Jenkins first. So once enter, we have to click the node. Now click on new node. So here I have named it PyAgent1 and select permanent agent. Now click to create it. So once you create, it look like this. Now we discuss each and every tags on here. So in description is just like a short note. For example, this is my Raspberry Pi agent. So in number of executors means so here how many parallel jobs this agent can run. Also Raspberry Pi or small machines set it to 1 or 2. So to set up remote directory, where to create this folder. So we will create it on our Raspberry Pi using terminal. We open terminal on Raspberry Pi. So if you are already in terminal and want to check where you are, so type pwd. So it shows home PyAgent1. So that means you were previously using this folder. Now you are about to create a new location. So run this command. This changes your working directory to opt, which is commonly used for installing or storing optional software like Jenkins data. So now create a folder named Jenkins inside the opt. So you can use sudo because opt is a system level directory that needs admin permission. So please enter your password. Now give permission for Jenkins. Permissions for Jenkins using this command. Now navigate to Jenkins. Now copy this root directory and go to manage Jenkins, manage nodes. So edit or add your agent in the remote directory. Now paste it here. So in labels I have insert PyAgent means if you are just starting out and only have one agent. So use PyAgent. So in usage there are two main options. One is use this node as much as possible and another is only build jobs with label expressions matching this node. So by use this node as much as possible means Jenkins can use this agent for any job even if the job doesn't specify a label. Also it's for beginner general purpose of agents. So by using second command means Jenkins will only use the agent if the job specifically asks for it by its label. So special purpose agents like agents with Docker, Android SDK and etc. So now we select use this node as much as possible for beginner. So in launch method select launch agent via SSH because it allows Jenkins to remotely connect to the agent using the Raspberry Pi's IP and login details easily. So select launch agent via SSH. Now we have to set up SSH access for Jenkins to Raspberry Pi using keys. So there is no password needed for this. So first, let's go to our terminal. So this creates a private key and public key. Now run this command. So now it asks you to set a password. If you want to protect your key with a password, you can type 1. But if you don't want a password, just press enter and continue. So again, then repeat when it says enter same passphrase again. So just press enter again if you skipped it. So after this, two files are created, which is public key and one is private key. Now let's navigate and set SSH keys for the Jenkins agent. So I have already in my directory. Now we have to go into .ssh folder by using this command. So inside .ssh we keep all our SSH keys. So you might see files like authorizer key and public and middle one is private. Now open the public key to copy it. Now copy this key, we will paste it into the agent missions, which is authorizer keys. Now we open sudo nano authorizer keys by using this command. So paste the public key here, save and exit, like Ctrl plus O, enter, then Ctrl plus X. The public key. Now it's time to add private key in Jenkins UI. So use this command, it generates the private key. So this is our private key to add in Jenkins credentials. Now click on manage Jenkins and go to the credentials. We have to our apply private key. So here select global. On left side you see add credentials. Please click that. Now we will add an new SSH key to Jenkins. Now how to connect to Raspberry Pi. So we select SSH username with private key and enter your username, which is Raspberry Pi. Now we add our private key. Now click create. Now when settings up, now we add credentials. Click add. It's default by. So here select SSH username with private key. And finally we add username and private key and password we have to set in previous. Now click add button. So here credentials we add Pi agent 1. Now apply and save. Now that we added the SSH credentials with the private key and it's time to launch the Jenkins agent. Now go back to the Jenkins and click on manage Jenkins. So you see nodes and clouds are there. So please select your agent and click launch agent. So Jenkins will now use the IP, username and private key we provided to connect the Raspberry Pi and start the agent process. Now it's time to launch the agent. So if you see agent successfully connected and online. So that's it. Once it's successful, the node status will be online and you are ready to run jobs at this agent. So this is the process how we set up agents in Jenkins. Now let's create a simple Jenkins pipeline job to understand how pipeline work. Let's start. So first click on new item from the Jenkins dashboard. So give a name like simple pipeline example. Then choose pipeline and click OK. Now click OK. Now scroll down the pipeline. So this pipeline will have a 3 stages, which is build, test and deploy. So for each stage, we'll just print a simple message in the console. So I have written a small script. Now apply and save. Now click the build. Once you do that, Jenkins will start running your pipeline step by step. Let us see. So if you see build is failed, so there is some security reasons. Now we have to go to manage Jenkins. Select security. Now in security realm, please select Jenkins own user database and allow. Now we set authorization rules. Select logged in users can do anything. So once it's done, apply changes and save. So once it's done, it should be logged out. It should be logged out. Now we create a pipeline using simple script. Now we have to run. So the build is successfully completed. If you want more clarify, go pipeline overview. And you will see hello Jenkins. So now pipeline is successfully ready.